Hey, good morning 10th class. 10th class we are doing a chapter number आपका कौन सा है ये चैप्टर? हाउ डू ऑर्गेनिज्म रिप्रोड्यूस. चैप्टर नंबर कौन सा है आपका ये? 8. वेरी गुड. 8th चैप्टर है. इसको आज हम कहाँ देखेंगे? डीजी क्लास में. ओके आज हम इसे कहाँ करेंगे? डीजी क्लास में. डीजी क्लास में हाउ डू रिप्रोडक्शन ऑर्गेनिज्म रिप्रोडक्शन में सबसे पहला पॉइंट हम कर रहे हैं रिप्रोडक्शन इन एनिमल्स एंड overviews उसके. Let's see.
मैंने अपना बोल ले लिया था यार.
क्या? Let's see बेटा.
Every human being begins life as an infant. We all go through the different stages of life and, like all living beings, grow old and eventually die. Does this mean that one day all living organisms will die and there will be no life left on this planet? No. Today's organisms will give rise to new individuals, and this cycle of life will continue. What maintains this continuity of life on Earth?
How is continuity of life maintain? Continuity of life कैसे maintain हो सकती है? रिप्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस, यानी कि उसी तरीके का जीव, जब इंसान या जीव या फिर प्लांट आते रहेंगे तो वो लाइफ कंटिन्यू होती रहती है. लेट्स सी.
The process by which living beings produce individuals like themselves is called reproduction.
Types of reproduction.
Look at this family picture. The child in this picture resembles both of his parents. This is because the boy has inherited characteristics from both parents. Males and females produce special cells called gametes. The sperm is the male gamete and the egg or ovum is the female gamete. Fusion of the two types of gamete forms the new individual. This type of reproduction, where the offspring is formed by fusion of male and female gametes, is called sexual reproduction. Most animals, such as insects, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, including humans, reproduce sexually. Is it possible that offspring can be created by a single individual without the involvement of gametes? Yes. In some organisms, a lone individual can reproduce, that is, create new individuals. This is called asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction results in individuals identical to the parent and also to each other. This method of reproduction is also faster than sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is common in plants. Only a few unicellular animals, such as amoeba, and animals with simple body structures, such as hydra and planaria, reproduce asexually.
differentiate between asexual and sexual mode of reproduction.
Let's look at some common methods of asexual reproduction in animals. The unicellular amoeba reproduces by first dividing its nucleus, followed by division of its body into two young amoebae. This process is known as binary fission. Hydra reproduce asexually by budding. The parent organism develops bulges called buds. These buds grow and separate from the parent to form new individuals. In worms such as planaria, if the parent's body gets fragmented into two or more pieces, each fragment grows into a complete organism. This process is called regeneration. Sexual reproduction involves three main steps: production of gametes, fusion of gametes, and development of a new individual. The process of fusion of male and female gametes during sexual reproduction is called fertilization. In animals such as fish and amphibians, the fusion of gametes typically takes place outside both parents' bodies. This process is called external fertilization. In these animals, to ensure a high rate of fusion and thus increase the number of offspring surviving to adulthood, both male and female gametes are produced in large numbers. In reptiles, birds, and mammals, including humans, fusion of gametes occurs inside the female body. This is called internal fertilization. Such animals generally produce very few eggs at a time.
What are the advantages of internal fertilization over external fertilization? Let's see.
Where do their offspring develop before they are born? Based on the development of their offspring, animals can be grouped into two categories. Animals that lay eggs which hatch into new individuals, and animals that give birth to their offspring. The animals which give birth to live offspring are called live-bearing or viviparous animals. The animals which lay eggs are called egg-laying or oviparous animals. रिप्रोडक्शन कितने पार्ट्स होते हैं इसके? दो होते हैं, ए सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन और सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन। सिंगल पेरेंट ए सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में होता है नो गैमेट्स, आइडेंटिकल प्रेगनेंसी होती है उनकी, ठीक है। सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में क्या होता है, दो गैमेट्स चाहिए इसमें, जैसे कि अभी मेल का क्या बताया था, स्पर्म और फीमेल एग। ऑफस्प्रिंग नॉट आइडेंटिकल, बिल्कुल सेम कॉपी नहीं होते, लेकिन ए सेक्सुअल में बिल्कुल सेम कॉपी
हो जाते हैं। और सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में ये बताया है गैमेट्स कौन कौन से हैं, मेल के और फीमेल के। मेल के अभी बताया था मैंने, कौन सा था, स्पर्म, और फीमेल एग्स। फर्टिलाइजेशन प्रोसेस होती है एक्सटर्नल और इंटरनल। डेवलपमेंट ओविपोरस और विविपोरस होती है। ठीक है, लेट्स सी। अब है एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन इन प्लांट्स।
Observe the two containers. In container A, we will be planting some carrot seeds. And in container B, we're going to put carrot tops. Which of the two containers will have carrot plants?
Which of the two container will have carrot plant? इनमें से दो कंटेनर हैं, एक में खाली क्या करा है, कैरेट के ऊपर वाला हिस्से को काट के रख दिया, और एक में क्या करा है, कंटेनर में सीड्स डाले हैं। तो इसमें से कौन से कंटेनर में आपके कैरेट हो सकती है? सीड्स से।
Both will have plants. Are you wondering how this is possible? Although plants are commonly grown using seeds, some plants can be grown without seeds as well.
कुछ प्लांट विदाउट सीड्स भी ग्रो
A
करते
seed
हैं।
is formed after sexual reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction requires the fusion of specialized male and female cells called the gametes. These are produced in the flower. But some plants can reproduce without seeds. In this case, the new plant is produced by a single parent plant. The form of reproduction in which a new plant is produced by a single parent without using seeds is called asexual reproduction. The main advantages of asexual reproduction are that the plants produced by this method have identical characteristics to those of the parent plant, and it is a faster mode of reproduction. Let's learn what the common methods of asexual reproduction in plants are. Have you ever wondered how bakers make fluffy breads and cakes? Which microorganism helps in baking?
विच माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म हेल्प इन बेकिंग? बेकिंग के लिए कौन सा माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म चाहिए? तो बेकिंग होता है ईस्ट।
Bakers add a helpful microbe to ferment the dough. This microbe is yeast. Yeast is a single-celled fungus. Like all plant cells, yeast has a cell wall. This means that in the division of all organisms into plants and animals, yeast is classified as a plant. Yeast reproduces asexually by a method known as budding. Buds are tiny projections or bulges that appear on the surface of the yeast cell. Inside the cell, the nucleus divides into two. Of these, one is passed on to the developing bud. The buds grow in size and become detached from the parent cells to form an independent organism. This method of asexual reproduction is called budding. Sometimes the bud may not detach immediately, and may remain attached to the parent cell. Chains of such buds can be seen on a single yeast cell.
सो स्टूडेंट्स, इससे आगे हम नेक्स्ट क्लास में डीजी क्लास करेंगे. टिल देन बाय ऑल ऑफ यू, टेक केयर, बाय स्टूडेंट्स.